The village idiot has spoken. Former Bill Clinton spokesman and sputtering wackadoodle Joe Lockhart frantically suggests that under no circumstances should Joe Biden debate Donald Trump. Now you're thinking that must be a gag. Nope. According to Lockhart, Trump tells so many lies it's pointless for Biden to enter the ring with someone who can't follow the rules or the truth. But we know what he's really saying, right? The moment Biden faces off with Trump and the cognition starts malfunctioning, he's dust, which is really why Lockhart admits Biden can lose the election. He's just creating a phony reason, hoping no one notices. But we did. He's helping the campaign create a fake moral loophole for Biden to worm his way out of so he won't tank in public. Oh, we certainly can't debate Trump. He fibs and wears hair plugs. Oh, wait, that's Joe. But if that's the standard for all candidates, we'd never have another debate ever. The Democratic Party would be as thin as I am and only half as handsome. But also, wouldn't you want to debate a liar? Because you could come armed with facts and kick the liar's butt. And clearly, if Joe can't handle a debate, how can he handle being president? Wouldn't this feeble act disqualify him from the office? Makes you wonder if he really is the actual candidate at all. You could see Lockhart didn't think this through, which is why he writes for CNN. And it says something that a media company, one that should champion transparency and so on, would push to suppress a public forum to evaluate the candidates in real time. It must be cool to have friends in high places. Or at CNN, low places too. All right, this is Dana, I said this was coming. I believe he's not going to debate Donald Trump. What say you?
Well, I've taken the other side of that. And in fact, I think I placed a pretty hefty bet with Tucker Carlson. So I am anxiously awaiting to see if I'm going to have to pay up for that.
Right.
The other thing is, Joe Lockhart's not the first to say this, right? So the reason I had the bet with Tucker Carlson is about 5 weeks ago, I think, Tom Friedman, the columnist for the New York Times, wrote a piece also saying that Joe Biden should not debate. And the campaign said Joe Biden is going to debate. Trump has said he wants more debates, and he wants debates earlier. Incumbents usually don't want that. Right? They usually are like, we're not going to bother with that because incumbents are in a pretty strong position. Wanting to debate more shows that, one, President Trump loves to debate. He wants to be out there, and he wants to be able to say, this is my record, this is what I would do. And he doesn't want it to be a referendum necessarily on his record, though I'm sure they're going to complain about that. But they want it to be a choice between two people, like he did with Hillary Clinton. And he drew that distinction quite well. And he wants to do the same with Biden, which has been a little bit hard to do with the campaigning during a coronavirus.
Yeah, you need to have a person to draw the distinction, and there's no person there, Dana. Also, we don't condone gambling at Fox News. If after the show you can just go to the HR department, and they'll probably have to fill out some forms. Marie,
okay,
good to see you. If Joe Biden doesn't debate, how can we even consider him worthy of being president?
Greg, Biden's going to debate. Biden wants to debate Donald Trump because of all those lies, because of the failed record that he will argue. And look, all of President Trump's supporters who are setting the bar so low for Joe Biden, even you just did it, right, in your monologue, saying once he starts talking, it will be clear that he's no good. Joe Biden, that's not a high bar for Joe Biden to leap over. So really, Joe Biden just has to come in,
that's true,
show America that he can put together 4 sentences. And believe me, I'm confident he can put together a lot more than that. But you all are setting the bar so low for Joe Biden that be careful, he's going to fly right over it.
Yeah. Well, you have to understand, I love low bars. Jesse, what do you think? You think he's going to debate or not?
You also like bars. It doesn't matter how high or low they are. No, he'll debate. You know what this reminds me of, Greg? You know the guy that always claims he has a really hot girlfriend, but for some reason you never really get to meet her? Like, he's always showing you pictures of how good looking she is, but every time there's a party, like there's travel problems or, you know, she had to stay late at work or something like that. Like, this is Joe. Like, every time there's going to be like this big slugfest, oh, pandemic, I have to stay in my basement. Oh, and then, you know, gloves are going to come off. Oh, nope, staying in the basement's working. Look at the polls. Oh, maybe I'll do an interview with Chris Wallace. Oh, scheduling conflict, can't do that. Hey, maybe Joe's going to take some questions after a speech. Sorry, got to run, got to be somewhere. So now we're going to debate President Trump. Actually, Trump cheats. I don't think that's going to happen. It kind of seems like the Joe Biden candidacy may be this big mirage, because I don't know about you. We live in a deep blue state. I go to the weekends. I go to Jersey, another deep blue state. I haven't seen one Joe flag, Joe T-shirt, Joe bumper sticker. You go on social media, there's no popular Joe Biden account. Even the media is not pro-Biden. They're just anti-Trump. So Biden must be comatose if they're floating this trial balloon. I mean, or the expectations are so low that he has to have, like, just something short of a medical episode for them to claim he's doing well, or he is rusty. The last time he debated a Republican was 8 years ago. He debated Paul Ryan once. So what I really think is they know Joe doesn't have a quick enough wit to win those memorable exchanges that make these modern-day televised presidential debates. And the people closest to Joe just do not have the confidence in him.
I think you defined it that the Joe Biden campaign is the Canadian girlfriend candidacy.
You're right.
It's the guy who always has a Canadian girlfriend,
right.
And that's why you never see her, because
right.
she's always in Canada somewhere. Hey, Dagan, I want to play you some tape of Bill Stepien. He now runs the Trump campaign about this very question. Roll that tape, if you will.
I want to see President Trump on the debate stage against Joe Biden. As you're noting, we're already seeing the liberal left, the liberal media trying to create trapdoors for Joe Biden to escape his commitment and his obligation to debate Donald Trump on a debate stage in front of the American people. We want more debates.
First of all, I congratulate the Trump campaign on hiring teenagers. I swear that kid can't be more than 14. But Dagan, what's your thought on this? I believe that there's a strategy that they're going to only do one debate. They don't want to do more than one. So, what do you think?
Maybe, but at least one debate, because Joe Biden is at that place in his life where most families would start having those conversations about taking his car keys away from him. Go out and look and see if the rearview mirrors are missing off his car. So Joe Biden has to prove to the American people that he can get up on the wheel, so to speak. But Ed Rollins, to Stepien's point, has always said that Joe Biden has a glass jaw, and he needs to be able to lunge and parry questions about the dealings of his son, Hunter Biden, in Ukraine and in China, which is the greatest threat to not only the United States, but the world at this point. And so far, Biden's best comeback on that note has been, look, fat, look, here's the deal, when faced with that. So he's got a long way to go, and he better prep up